A founding country of the United Nations and permanent member of the Security Council, maybe, but Russia faced a barrage of criticism at the UN on Thursday. Moscow was accused of breaking international law when it recognized statehood for Abkhazia and South Ossetia.
Russia violated a security zone patrolled by UN peacekeeping forces deployed by the Security Council. In Abkhazia, Russia is therefore undermining not only the territorial integrity of Georgia, but also the integrity of this council.
Russia's support for the independence of two republics was officially put on record at the UN as the country's ambassador read out President Dmitry Medvedev's decrees. In response, Georgia's ambassador called for action.
We believe that Russian side should be delivered a very strong message. Otherwise, it would mean that the foreign sponsor groups around the world can use violence and ethnic cleansing to achieve their ends and be rewarded by the independence.
But Russia's ambassador to the UN was not ready to accept the criticism. Vitaly Churkin said the international community failed to act when Georgia launched an invasion into South Ossetia, even accusing some members of fueling the conflict.
The US and some European states promised Mr. Saakashvili NATO's protection and have started supplying him with new weapons. This obviously invites fresh provocations.
Churkin also pointed out Moscow had attempted to pull together a ceasefire in the early hours of the conflict, but got no support. And when the U.S. said Russian troops should never have entered a sovereign state, Moscow's ambassador referred back to the Iraq War, attacking America's precarious position on the moral high ground.
I would like to ask the distinguished representative of the U.S., have you found weapons of mass destruction in Iraq? Are you still looking for them?
So no consensus was reached. European countries called on Russia to oversee a fact-finding mission into allegations of human rights violations in South Ossetia and Abkhazia. And Russia called for representatives from South Ossetia and Abkhazia to take part in a council session, though so far their visas are yet to be approved. As the rhetoric in the tug-of-war widens, the tone within the Security Council has turned even more sour and personal, with mentions of Iraq and Kosovo. Russia is accusing the U.S. and European countries of hypocrisy, leaving both sides in opposite corners, and the definition of international law up for grabs. Marina Portnaya.